Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
And we live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's
Hello,
AP,
everybody.
the big homie, as I like to say. I got my brother RPC, the red pill chauvinist,
Salute.
linking up with my homegirl Toya, the Bossy one. You can't tell me this panel can't be more fire than this. We got the East Coast, the West Coast, and the Midwest all in one house tonight. So shout out to Joe Blast for being the first person here chilling.
Peace, Joe.
All right, bro. The topic is simple. Are people ever really single? Okay. Now, just as a quick little tidbit about being single and whatnot, I don't think I've been single since the 7th grade. I don't know how this happened to me, but I don't think I ever had the luxury of not having a woman that was, I was responsible for, or women that I felt responsible for. So it was hard for me to even have this conversation. So I'm a lean heavy on y'all tonight, or today, I can say. And it's more people coming in. We finally starting to see some viewers up here. But Toya, we're gonna start with you.
Okay. I was really thinking like about that whole, single type of situation, like honestly, because when I sit back and I think about it, it's been times that I guess I thought I was single, but I wasn't. Just to say how hey, good morning. Just to say how people kind of, I guess, jump claim. Like if you're talking to somebody, you could be talking to someone over the telephone, and next thing you know, you hear in the streets that you and this person dating. It's like, what? Like we just had a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with this person. And normally when something like that happens, it jogs your memory that you still got feelings for somebody else somewhere. So I think that people are not single. You could think you single. Somebody out there, if you're active and you're dating actively and talking to people, somebody out there claiming you, whether you want to believe it or not. I think that's just how human nature is.
Well, good points. And good morning to everybody in the chat room. I just want to say hello and good morning. Doreen Gartrell, Felicia Walker, Maya Papaya, Hazel Eyes, Tisha, BC, Kaysani,
Yes.
Zuko. What up, everybody? All right, so RPC, how do you feel about this topic? Just broadly off the topic, are people ever really single? What you think, bro?
So, if anybody who watches me on panels, the way I get down is the first question or the first thing that I would have to say is ask the question, for the sake of this discussion, what does single mean? Because, single means different things to different people. So I don't know if Toya or AP wants to define that thing. What is single, especially in 2020?
And see, I'm sure we got different feelings.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So, go ahead.
I'll jump it off first to say, for me, single is not having to, I guess, not owing anybody any explanation for anything I do. Like whatever move I choose to make, I don't have to check in with nobody. If I'm checking in with somebody, then I feel like I'm not single.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'll go off with that definition. So yeah. So my definition is kind of similar, or the way that I thought about it. Because what I tell a lot of people is, there's only like three forms of relationship or three statuses that you have. You're either single, married, or divorced. So I say that to say when dudes be like, this might be a side note, but when dudes be like, oh, Shorty said she has a boyfriend, I'm like, so? Because in my mind, she's still single. She's not married or whatever the case may be. So are you ever single? Well, if you put it in that way, shit, I say I've only not been single one time. Cause you say you have to be obligated to somebody and let somebody know your whereabouts. Then I can say I've only not been single one time. So I've been a bachelor damn near all my life. You know what I mean? I've had a few chicks that I've called my girlfriend, but only one long-term relationship where I felt like AP said, I felt responsible for somebody. You know what I mean? But shit, I think it's different for men and women as far as being single. I think a dude could be a forever bachelor and still be good, whereas women, I think they need that companionship or partnership. Moving forward in life, having friendship and all so on and so forth. And that's a discussion that people try to say. They tell me that well, when you get older, if you're not married, then who's gonna change your diapers and feed you and all that? It's like, yo, who's to say I'm gonna need all that? You know what I mean? And another response that I have to that when they say that is, how many 75, 78 year olds do no kids, never been married, and need their diapers changed? And they be like, well, I really don't know any. I said, yeah, because those dudes are still traveling and they still have their different, you know, female friends that they have around the world. It seems like, but what do y'all say about that?
Go ahead, Toy.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. Okay, so honestly, in my life, like just like growing up, kicking it, being out at parties and different things like that, I've never seen a man go ham over his wife ever. Now, I'm not saying that men don't go ham over their wives. Maybe wives do different things, but when I see a man go ham, it's normally over a female that he messing with. And I done seen dudes lose their life over a female that they messing with. So in my head, that whole, oh, you just single until you marry type, I think that's just some fluff. That's some new game that Mug's trying to spit so that people don't feel so guilty about messing around on somebody when they're in a committed relationship. Because Mugs will get busy over their side chick. Go ahead. Go ahead, RPC.
What is a committed relationship? Because I thought a committed relationship was marriage. So tell me,
I
what
don't
is a
know what a
committed
committed
relationship?
relationship
Is it you are my
I'm just
girlfriend
saying the
now? I'm
word
your
committed.
boyfriend?
Huh?
Is a committed relationship you are my girlfriend and I'm your boyfriend now, and I'm not gonna put my penis anywhere? Is that what a committed relationship is, or is it a
In
marriage
my
license? Go ahead.
in my opinion, what I think a committed relationship with, and the ladies in the chat, they can, chime in if y'all think I'm wrong. I have been told I'm one of the boys, but I feel like a committed relationship is what I want to do. Okay. I can't be concerned about what the other person that I'm dealing with is doing, because that's going to drive me crazy worrying about where he's at, who he's with. Is this, is this that? All I can do is just take the man at face value. Are you telling me the truth? Believe you until I catch you in a lie. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. But for me, a committed relationship is what I choose to do with my body. If I choose to just deal with one guy exclusively, I'm committed to that. If I choose not to, then I'm not committed. Now it's up to the guy to handle that. If you want to change that, then that's when we can start talking about marriage and different stuff like that. But on some real stuff, the only person you could be committed to is yourself. Like, you gonna keep it the realest with you. So that's what I think of a committed relationship.
So do you believe a committed relationship is like two people sharing bills, like house bills? Because they live in the same home. Like, because
I
to me,
call
like I
that
said,
shacking.
you say what?
I call that shacking. I didn't even
Okay,
get
that's
to that
shocking.
point
Okay,
yet.
but are they necessarily obligated to each other? Because the reason why I say single, married, and divorced is because when you're single, there's no paperwork. When you're married in America, there's paperwork that says, "Yo," not even that. I'm sorry, I do speak against marriage license, so let me switch that up. I want to say in my definition of a committed relationship is you, what's the word I'm looking for? You expressing to have witnesses, you know, and you expressing to them like, yo, this is my wife, because I don't believe in the marriage license, but you stating to, you know, witnesses like, this is my wife, you know, I swear, you know, make a covenant with God, you know, I'm not the religious type, but I hope everybody knows what I'm talking about. You make a, you know, a commitment to God, like, I'm gonna be with this one person for the rest of my life, or be with this woman for the rest of my life, and I'm gonna take care of her. I don't consider you're my girl now, and I'm your man, just on some words. You know what I mean? Just claiming like, yo, you see that trade right there? Yeah, that's my girl. But you don't have y'all have nothing together, no children. Like, you know, again, I'm not the religious dude, but they say, you know, when you have a child with somebody that's like y'all married. You know what I mean? And it's kind of true because that person becomes part of your family. So, all right, so two things: committed relationship with what I just described, and when you have a child with somebody. I mean, so with that being said, if I meet a woman and she has a boyfriend, no kids, they're not living together, and he hasn't made no commitment to her as I described, I don't look at it like I'm doing anything wrong because he hasn't committed to her. And let me ask you this, Toya: would you agree that a lot of women are in relationships with men either to have them as placeholders or because they don't know how to get out of that relationship?
I think that honestly, from some of the women that I talk to, a lot of my female friends have settled. And that's what like that's what scares me from it. It's like you want this dude here with you. He's all the wrong type, you know, like you calling me constantly complaining. I can see the things that he's doing wrong, but you so scared, I guess, in a sense, to be one of those, oh, you know, she never married or she never had a man, because, you know, truthfully told, in the female community, if you don't have somebody by a certain age, people start to look at you bad, like, oh, she probably was promiscuous, or, you know, she probably, you know, is crazy, hard to handle, and all these other things. When that's not the case. You feel me? Like, for me, I've only lived with a man one time in my life. We were engaged, and it was for like 90 days, and it was hell. I did not know that all of that went into relationship, right? So to be fair to him and to be fair to me, when I backed out of it, I vowed that unless I wanted to make that next step with somebody in my home, that I would not even volunteer or even act like I wanted a man to be with me in my home, or me go move in with him, however it would have went, because there's a lot, like the privacy invasion, like coming to the bathroom when I'm using it, like, dude, leave me alone, like this is my private time, you know. Those are things that I was like, I didn't want to let go of. You get what I'm saying? So I made a promise that I would never put anybody else through that if I knew I wasn't ready. So with that being said, I don't call anybody to pay my bills. I don't need anybody to do anything for me other than the extras. I'm not going to sit here in front like, oh, I don't need a man for nothing. No, I love when a man sends me flowers. I love when a man pops up with some shoes. Anybody know me know I love shoes. A guy buy me some shoes, I'm head over heels. But I'm still conscious of the fact that we are in two different places, right? So if we are going to be in a relationship, then we have to set up some parameters, right? Because I don't want to be a habitual line crosser. But if I'm not with you and say, you know, like if we on a show or we doing something and AP hit me up, I'm gonna answer. I don't care about you having an attitude. You not my guy like that. You get what I'm saying? So I think that I don't think anybody's ever really single. And I think that like this commitment thing is going over a little bit too much. I think the best person to be committed to is you, because I believe in universal law. And if that's what you want for yourself, you're going to draw that energy and that person to you regardless. So you have to focus on you and what you're committed to, because people be so fast to tell somebody, oh, you're supposed to be in a committed relationship with me while you sneaking in the bathroom talking to old boy from down the street. Like, come on, what are we doing?
That shit?
Shut up.
Hey, listen. Let me go in for a second, because I'm just listening. Toya, you made a point about how that single till you married is some new game. RPC feels like you single till you married, or a woman is still approachable because ain't nobody locked her down. I would say I would agree more with RPC on that. And as far as it being new game, this is Bible talk.
Mm,
How new is the Bible?
mm.
Because a
Who's talking
man,
Bible?
a woman is to be with her father, and until she is married and clings to her new husband.
I was gonna talk about that.
So it ain't new to say that a woman is single until she married. She's unspoken for.
Mm.
When I say new, I'm talking
Uncovered.
about this is the term. Okay, let me back it up some. You're
Okay.
right. The Bible is older, but this is new lingo. Like I be hearing it all the time. Oh, you single till you marry. It's almost like the new pickup line. Hey, baby, how you doing? What's your sign? You know you single till you marry. Get out of here! Like where did this come from? What meeting did y'all have on the hill to say this is gonna be the new the new line?
Go ahead, RPC.
Yo, what you to Toya? What do you think about how women are more confident with them being able to attract men more than they should be, proud of how much they can keep men. So what's your thoughts on that? Women, being happier with being able to get men as opposed to being able to keep men. And just to be clear, keeping men means marriage, locking down.
I mean,
Engagement doesn't count.
wait, say that last part.
Engagement doesn't count.
Engagement doesn't count.
Damn, you just cut her legs off.
I know, right?
You cut my legs off. Wait a minute. Repeat that one more time for me. I just want to make sure I'm answering you correctly because I see AP on me today. Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
Well, I feel that women are happier to say that they can get men as opposed to feeling the need of being more happier saying that they know how to keep men, which is, having them committed, which is having them married to them, not engagement. Because, there's some people who get engaged and they're, fiancés for like 5-10 years. So we're talking about, going through the ceremony.
The whole situation. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to do it like this. So, okay, y'all be having me up here giving up the female game. So it depends on what type of woman you are. Some women's end goal is to find a man that they like, because even though it says that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, but it doesn't talk about how the woman chooses the man, right?
Okay.
So ultimately, if a woman's going to be a good wife to a man, it's because she's choosing to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some women's end goal, that's what it is. Like they grow up and they just like, you know what, I'm going to find me somebody, I'm going to settle down and this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to dedicate myself to that, right? But then you got some women that grow up that are in the game. They just like men. They like trapping. You feel me? It's not that, hey, I probably got a guy that can call me up that I, stop, drop, and roll for. But in the meantime, in between time, let me see how many of these cats I can da-da-da. Oh, this is fun. Like this dude, oh, he bugging me. He on my line. Like it be fun. You feel me? And it's addictive. It's like an adrenaline rush. It's like a damn drug addiction.
Dopamine hit.
And some women, they box themselves into where they've done so much that now when they finally like, okay, I'm tired, you got this whole track record that you have to explain. Then you have some women that are like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm not answering no rumors. Whatever you heard, go hear it again. Either you're going to deal with me or you're not because I'm straight. And those type of women, believe it or not, like men, they'll sit up there and be like, oh, da-da-da-da-da. You shouldn't. That's not a good attitude to have as a woman. No. And then as soon as everybody is paying attention to something else, them same men be right in your inbox like, damn, baby, like why you feel like that? You need to let me come on by and da-da-da. So now I'm to the point where I see both sides of it. So I be feeling like, even though a lot of like things that are being put out in our culture might not be the best way to look at things. People say it's demonic or different things like that. But I feel like, honestly, in life, do what you will. Because look, there's not one person in here that doesn't have somebody saying something about them. There's not right now as we sit on this panel, it's people in the background hating right now. That's just how life is. So be true to you. Be true to you. If you want to be out here and do your thing, do your thing. If you want to be a wife, be a wife. If you want to be a husband, be a husband. I don't think anybody should be shamed on what they choose to do, because regardless to whatever, this is just the way the world is going to rotate, whether we appreciate it or not. It's going to always be females that like to date a lot of guys. There's always going to be guys that can't keep it in their pants. There's going to be wives. Somebody going to be taking care of kids. This is just how the world rotates. So do what you will. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it.
Hey, let me go in on that, because I kind of understand what you're saying, and I agree. There's gonna be men and women that honor relationships in a traditional sense, and men are, and RPC, that red pill talk, it comes from men thinking that all women are supposed to honor the traditional values. But now more men are understanding there are a lot of women just like some of the men that don't honor traditional values. So as the population grows, and as freedom is more accessible to everybody, now we're starting to see that it was always many more women than we ever imagined who want to be free to do as they please. Are they wrong for wanting to do as they please? But hold on, I want to say this. I want to talk to the women too, because this is the thing. Us men can give up the idea that, okay, women ain't traditional no more. They do them. They want to have fun just like us fellas. But, Toya, and this has been my problem, and I'm not addressing you, sis. Please, humbly, listen. Yeah, I know. I don't. But this is what I'm saying. I can let a woman do her. Women can't let me do me. So a lot of women talk the way you was talking, Toya, and a lot of women feel like you feel. They want to do them. They don't want the pressure. They don't want to, be tied to certain standards. And they want to be able to have multiple men. And if you don't like it, fuck you, basically. But let's say that woman behaves like that, and then she falls victim to some good dick, because that's really what happens. Now he can't do shit. Even though we didn't have no committed relationship, even though you was doing you and happy doing you, I was doing me, happy doing me. Now you pipe down. Now all of a sudden I can't do shit. Now I got to answer to you. Now you're questioning me. Who was that? Your phone blowing up. Bitch, that's my phone. So my point is, how come women that talk like what you was just describing, when they get a man that they want all of a sudden, now they want to lock him down in a traditional manner? We was two untraditional people fucking. But now you want to be traditional. Can you speak on that? Or either one of you? Can y'all speak on that?
I can speak on it from a woman's point of view, and I'm going to tell you this. I feel like, and once again, I got my ladies in the chat, and we have to get to the chat too. But I got my ladies in the chat. Y'all, hold me down or check me if I'm wrong. I feel like this. A lot of times, y'all men will be dealing with some of the most bird brain females. I can't think of nothing else better to say. Okay. Some of y'all be dealing with some of the most bird brain females. And what I mean by bird brain is the package looks great, but on the inside, what does she have? She don't have no life. She has nothing going on. She's probably, I don't know, may have a couple of kids. Regardless to whatever, she doesn't have really a life going. So you guys come to this whole agreement, but as a man, you never notice that she does not have a life. So while you come into this agreement and she's saying, yeah, verbally to you, you are about to become her life. So now she wants to check your phone, see what you're doing. Oh, you said this. Oh, you said that. Now she's on you because she has no life, right? But you guys will get with a female that has a life, and she'll make that agreement with you. But the minute she show you that, now you at her door. Now she like, dang, do I gotta call the police on this dude? Now you checking her phone, trying to see what she has going on. So see, it seems like when those type of situations,
I apologize. I can't relate to that last statement.
well, that's because you're used to dealing with, I think, women that are more attracted to you per se. There is a different side of it where the man is more attracted to the woman, and she's like gone. So
we
with
need
that,
to talk about that later. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about that part later.
Okay.
You know, a man liking a woman more and a woman liking a dude more, like those type of relationships. Go ahead.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like when you deal with these women, with these certain women, she doesn't have a life. And I'm talking about, I done seen beautiful women that I'm like, dang girl, if I could take your body out for a jog, you know, like they got everything, but the whole thing is that they have no life, they have nothing else. They're literally here to serve.
But
So
Toya,
go ahead.
I slightly disagree. Are you familiar with Angela Yee podcast?
No, I think they're a bunch of little cackling little girls.
Yes, hold on. Me too.
Right.
And I'm not even. I really don't even care for her. And honestly, that's a real thought right there. But she got. But hold on though. She got shit to do. She's a busy ass thought. And that was my point I was about to make. Her and her whole little crew. They get shit done. They do shit out here in these streets. But if they get dick whipped, they'll be just as motherfucking on a nigga ass as any other woman with nothing to do.
But let me say something about that, about them. They came in on their back. I'm not talking about them type of women. I'm talking about women that come in education first. Okay?
I'm sorry. I have to say I never met a woman like that.
Well, I do. I know plenty of women. I grew up in a household of them.
I probably wouldn't call them back. That's why I don't know what you're talking about.
And that's and there's no fault in that. You feel me? You understand that that's not your bag, and I respect you for that. You get what I'm saying? But you have men out there that know it's not their bag, but for whatever reason they still want to go after it. And then when you don't get the results you want, now you want to turn violent and try to lock you down when you're like, this is not what I signed up for. I just want you to come knock me down every now and again. Dang, I gotta open up my shop in the morning. I ain't got time to be talking to you all night. My God.
Bossy one. Player shit. Talk your shit.
I'm just keeping it 100. There are some women out here that really are just looking to have a good time. They not trying to get on your nerves, nothing. And when we feed with that first, honestly, I've gotten more from a guy with that type of mentality than the, where are you at? What are you doing? I thought you said you were going to come over here and let me cook you dinner. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's corny. That don't even sound like me. But I'm just saying that type of...
Hey, look. Our next show, Toya, is female players.
Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.